It's the Smell Me Helmet Podcast.
And welcome back to episode 8 of the Smell Me Helmet Podcast. Even though I keep saying my name is Danny, I'm pretty sure you know who the fuck I am at this stage. It is the man of the hour, the tower of power, too sweet to be sour, large and most definitely in charge, Danny, with my partner in crime, Darren. Say how it's Darren.
How's it going?
How's it going? How's your man? You're down working and all. Right, what are we talking about today actually? Do the little rundown and all. Jesus Christ, Danny.
Loads of stuff to talk about.
Loads of stuff and all.
Sleepy,
Loads of stuff. Come here. Well, what would the first one is NASA and Voyager 2, which was launched in 1977, makes contact over 11.6 billion miles away because it's gone into interstellar space. Yeah. More on that to follow. And we were talking, I think it was the first episode, wasn't it? Greg Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Greg Hardy gets emotional and opens up on past controversies. And in a direct quote from himself, I am innocent. I am an innocent man. Or as Jerry Conlon would say, I'm an innocent man. And then obviously Coach Fernand Lopez details total collapse of relationship with Francis Ngannou. And in a revelation that... my esteemed colleague Darren pointed out to me the other day, and then obviously the whole bollocksology with Deontay Wilder making his video last week after the Usyk fight with Chisora there, just saying how Tyson Fury cheated and all that bollocksology. Listen, he's throwing his toys out of the pram, but again, more on that to follow. And is Shannon Briggs making a comeback? You know what I mean? Let's go, champ! And obviously the fallout from Alexander Usyk versus Derek Chisora. So, Darren, I'm gonna read out a quick little synopsis about the Voyager 2 space from the first topic at hand. Voyager 2 has been travelling through space since launching in 1977. Now, Darren, just to give you some context there, your man was 2.
Yeah, she didn't even think about me in one day.
I wasn't even a thought.
Yeah.
Never mind yourself. So, if you want to put in some context of how insignificant we are on this fucking planet, do you know what I mean? And then the spacecraft is now more than 11.6 billion miles away from Earth.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And it has here NASA cut off communication with the probe in March gone to repair a satellite. The Deep Space Station 43 antenna in Australia went back online and sent Voyager 2 a signal. The craft received the signal and sent a reply that reached NASA 34 hours later. Talk about being kept on red. So what do you think of all that, Darren?
Yeah,
it's mad.
It's crazy. It's mad how they got like what was it in March? I think it was March.
They shut it off for 7 months.
But it's mad how they could get it back like that.
Yeah, but
it's
repairs and updates, yeah. I'd say, yeah, because that's been there for donkey years.
You know what, I wouldn't have mind being an astronaut. You know?
Yeah, the thing is though that there's a lot involved in that. It's not just a case of trying to be an astronaut. You have to go to college. You've basically like a scientist and a mathematician and.
Oh yeah, I know, but isn't it mad how when you're in schools and stuff, they don't drill that into you?
No.
Like, you know, like they drill everything else into you, that you have to get a 9-to-5 job, but they don't drill it in like that.
They just tell you enough to be a part of what I call the rat race.
Yeah.
Getting up early in the morning to a job you don't fucking like, to listen to fucking bullshit from a boss you fucking hate.
Yeah, but I think it's crazy, but
the thing is about the satellite and this satellite here, like, you know, it's obviously in Australia. It's other than America, it's probably one of the biggest kind of continents, countries on the planet, like. Yeah. So they obviously have that big, wide kind of that landmass to be able to house such a huge satellite, because you need it, especially if you're going that far into space.
Sure, isn't the satellite? Sorry for going over.
Yeah,
isn't the satellite? Isn't that how the Google Maps and shit works, isn't it?
Well, I think that's just to do with space, kind of sending the signals and stuff. But I think the satellites that are in orbit are the ones that are actually in space will be the ones that were kind of like GPS and.
Would they not need a satellite for the likes of internet and stuff?
That'd be a different one altogether. Probably won't be the same one. Yeah, they'd be all different types.
Yeah.
I'd imagine so. I mean, I'm sure somebody out there is going to correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong,
no.
but that's the presumption.
It's mad how they
You
came
know?
up with this, though, isn't it? Like how they did. Like, I know it's hundreds and years. Like,
There's a
scientists
lot of
and-
more people out there
Yeah.
that are a hell of a lot more brainier than us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
These
We're just
these people are rocket scientists.
Yeah, we're just
literally.
two normal blokes trying to
just-
pretend like you know what we're talking about.
Like two lost souls living in a fishbowl.
Year after year.
Yeah. But yeah. So there's a bit more I'm actually going to read. I'll just read a little bit more about this. Yeah, NASA has re-established contact with its Voyager 2 spacecraft as it travels more than 1.6 billion miles from Earth. After the probe was left flying solo for 7 months, while repairs were being made to the radio antenna in Australia they used to control it, mission operators sent a series of commands to the 43-year-old probe using the ground-based Deep Space Station 43 DSS-43 antenna, which established a signal confirming the call was received. DSS-43 had been offline since March while NASA completed a series of hardware upgrades. We just said that. Hardware upgrade, but tested the new components by sending commands to the craft. However, due to the distance, the ground team had to wait more than 24 hours for a reply. Sure, that's not new. Most of us are left on red anyway when we get to send out texts. But Voyager 2 received the commands and sent back a hello.
That's madness.
Now, obviously, it's all computer. It's just a probe. It's not people on a spaceship or whatever. DSS-43 is located in Australia and is part of a collection of radio antennas around the world that combine to communicate with any spacecraft beyond the moon. That's just mental.
Yeah, it's interesting though.
It's very interesting. It's like because we don't know. Like when I say interstellar space, that's like outside of our solar system. You know, the kind of the 9 planets are. Well, I think there was 10 planets, but Pluto was decommissioned or whatever it was.
But look, see when you're in a space with the astronauts are in the spacecraft.
Yeah.
Look, if they ran out of water for some weird reason, they're screwed basically.
They're gone, though. Yeah.
Yeah, so look, what nothing they can do. Look here is
Die.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
sure,
harsh reality of it.
Yeah, the food they get is in fucking. It's packet food.
It's
the water comes out in fucking bubbles and stuff.
the bubbles because of obviously there's no gravity on the spacecraft. I remember watching Man Commander Chris Hadfield.
Yeah, his daughter went to Trinity College, was it?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's
Ground. Remember he did the song Ground Control, the Major Tom.
But that like. That's crazy how they have to sleep standing up.
They have to strap themselves in so they don't float away.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, see when they come back to Earth.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they have to like their legs and stuff? It takes them their body a few weeks or days to get back to normal.
From videos and stuff, actually, yeah, man, because he has his own YouTube channel. Yeah, man, Commander Chris Hadfield. He was the commander of the International Space Station, and he was saying that technically you grow about an inch or two. But it's only your spine because you're in zero gravity. Basically expands. But when you come back down to Earth, it is painful because you come back from zero gravity to gravity.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of like obviously on the spacecraft, the space station, you have to do some sort of exercise. You know, kind of resistance to kind of keep your muscles. So basically, you don't turn into a jellyfish.
That's madness, though, isn't it?
If you don't do that, you will turn into a fucking jellyfish.
But you would look not
like your body and stuff.
Well, I wouldn't have thought about it like that.
Yeah, no,
like,
but
not many people would.
No, well, I never did before, and then it was only like watching stuff online and reading stuff or whatever. I was like, Jesus, yeah, stuff you never think about.
No, you
why would you? You know what I mean?
You don't really think about stuff like that. But like, imagine how long they go. They're gone for about 6 months.
6 months, I think. I think it's 6 months. Yeah.
Like, imagine their families and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a possibility that you won't come back.
You could die, but I mean that's what you're signing up for.
But the only good thing about up there, when you if you did, like, if something went wrong and the door came off and you were sucked out, you're dead instantly. Like, you're not gonna die slowly.
Nope.
So like, there's a kind of a take the pros and cons, really, right?
There it is.
Look, I know that's a bit dark and stuff. But
there it is. I think it was your man again, Chris Hadfield. He had to get back. He was on like a spacewalk. They were doing repairs on the space station. And he was talking about how his visor, you know, his helmet, because it's something to do. You have like a type of air condition, so it stops it getting foggy.
And it got foggy.
Couldn't see a thing. And he had to, I think he had to blindly, because he remembered the steps.
Shit.
Because he was screwed.
Fucking sure, holy shit. You should make a film on him, shouldn't he?
Come here.
Like,
He's just he's some fucking man.
Do you reckon the astronauts and stuff, do you reckon they've seen UFOs and shit? And
yeah, they can't.
You have to sign a waiver here.
Come here, the stuff you hear, like, you know, stories of astronauts. I mean, there was, I can't remember who it was, but some fellow was saying they seen a snake-like creature outside the window of his.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, doing all that and all that.
Won't be into that at all. Look, imagine not trying to get in.
Like a face hugger of aliens clutching on your face and all.
That's disgusting.
Rotten it is. Stop
what
that.
would you do if you woke up right there, lying there, and you're in bed and all cozy and you just feel someone tugging at your blankets and you're looking a little alien at the end of your bed? What would you do?
Alien pussy.
Would you hear that, or would you just stay still and pretend to be asleep?
It's good for William Shatner, though, isn't it?
No, but seriously, seriously.
I don't know.
Would you hear that, or would you just stay there?
I think your reaction would be to swiping out.
I don't think I would. I think I'd be afraid to kick it in case I'd done something weird to me.
Latched onto you.
Like, imagine they
may be jumping off.
they have like they have certain, like, imagine what our technology is like now.
Yeah.
So imagine what theirs is like.
But it's what we spoke. I think it was actually on the last. I think it was the last episode or the one before that. We were talking about, like, listen, we're looking.
Oh yeah, but we're in a fishbowl and they're just looking at us. Well, that's if you believe it.
Earth is like a giant fishbowl, and the aliens are like, the alien overlords are like, yes, come to me, my child.
Because we're all brainwashed to believe in religion and stuff. And
here's one for you. How about we're talking about the Son of God, that the aliens sent down Jesus and we killed him.
Or the aliens sent down the magic mushrooms to make them think there was Jesus.
Whatever.
There's another one for you. Do you think there's aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you think there's human-like aliens out there?
I don't know.
I do.
You kind of like, when I say bipedal, I mean, you know, standing up, walking like the way we do and all. There has to be.
Mike Spence.
Mike Pence?
Oh, Mike Spence.
You're thinking, man, Errol Spence, doing all that now. Hell yeah. Story.
Yeah, him. That fly
Mike
landed
Pence.
on him and stuff. Well, you know that happened to Obama. A fly landed on him and he didn't move either.
He's an alien too. I know.
But there was I seen now. It's a conspiracy and it's probably garbage. But I seen this on YouTube. But like, it was about Obama has a scar on the left side of his head.
Right.
And apparently people are saying that that they cut him open to put something in him and, you know, shit like that, like, because he's a reptile basically.
or maybe. Now this has just popped into my head, by the way. Maybe it has been the scar, the old Mars bar on the side of his head. That's a scar, by the way. It was something was implanted into his brain so he can be controlled by the aliens.
Yeah, maybe.
You're welcome, Darren.
But like, could you imagine if there was aliens and they came and took over? They want to get Earth back, right? So they came and took over Earth. And the government's not the way the government, like, they want war and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Imagine the aliens came along, controlled it. Well, they probably are controlling everything, but they controlled everything and just turned us all into new world order, one world. And
But
it was all peace, and it was all like Middle Earth, no.
No, it wouldn't be.
But imagine that happened.
No, I think they're here already.
Yeah, we could be aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah, we could be. We don't know.
Will we move on from
Yeah,
that? Because we're going out to outer space there. The deep dark reaches of space.
Yeah, we get a bit too carried away in people.
I noticed that, yeah. Love you and all, but stop that. Greg Hardy, he gets emotional and opens up on past controversies. Because I'd like to point out, after watching this video, I didn't know much about him. And I'll be brutally honest with you, I was jumping on the bandwagon. And I do apologise for being so harsh, so quick and so harsh to judge. Turns out it's a story that was basically, it was manufactured, it was fabricated to make him look bad. Because there's people out there who were out to get him though.
There's always three sides to the story though. And I know, like, we don't know what went on behind closed doors. Nobody knows what went on behind closed doors.
Well, can I say something? He should get an Oscar for that performance on his post-fight interview, because I'm looking at him like, that man's telling the truth.
Oh no, he's probably like,
that man's no probably about it. I believe either he's a really good fucking actor and he should get an Oscar for that performance, or he's telling the truth. I'm just saying that.
I'd say he's telling the truth, but
Has to be.
You don't know what some women are like. And I don't mean that in a bad way, and I don't care if I get backlash because it's the truth. Some women are crazy. Some men are crazy.
Some men are crazy, and some women as well.
Because like 78% of men are narcissists.
Yeah.
So like we're sitting here saying, "Oh, women are crazy," but they are crazy. They are though. You think about
in my time,
in everyone's time. Stop trying to justify it. I know,
I'm not justifying anything.
No,
I'm just saying, you know, in my past experiences with certain women, haven't exactly been very favourable, and that's probably the most polite way I can say that without going off the deep end.
Yeah, but like that like, can you imagine what that was like, and you're not even famous?
Yeah.
So could you imagine what a famous person has to put up with? Like,
10 times doesn't even touch it, yeah.
If you don't give me this, I'll go to the paper and say this.
That's
you know?
so fucking that thing with I don't know if you're aware of it, your man Johnny Depp. He
bashed his,
it was supposedly, and he brought the Sun newspaper, a fucking rag of a newspaper by the way.
Yeah.
He brought the Sun newspaper to court over in England, because basically they're saying he's
a wife beater.
They're saying he was a wife beater and all that stuff, but the case, he didn't get the desired result, but he's appealing it. He's appealing it. I shared on my page.
The Sun must have some sort of pull.
It's that and that owned by a man Rupert Murdoch.
Oh, I couldn't tell it, to be honest. I think it might be.
I think it might be.
It rings a bell, alright.
He owns the New York Post as well, which is another fucking rag from what I believe. From the American friends, anyway.
But you see, with the whole, right, everything they report is not legit, like 100%.
No, it's not. Sure.
Like,
the
Liverpool. Yeah.
The
96 people that died.
Yeah.
They were saying that the kids had drink in their system, or the adults?
Why would the kids have drink in their system?
I don't know. Now I could be wrong. I can't exactly remember.
Well, yeah, the adults, yeah, because they're at a fucking football game.
But that was they shouldn't have been allowed in.
No.
And that's why that happens. And the Sun making this. Do you know Jurgen Klopp, actually, when he first came to Liverpool, he refused to do an interview with the Sun
because of that. Fair play to him. Again, like we said last episode, you know, he's a good man.
He shut him down straight away. He was like, "I'm not doing an interview.
I'm speaking to you. Go away."
Yeah, but like that's I think that's how he connected with the fans. I think from when he done that, that's when the fans realised
he's not just there to collect the paycheck. Yeah. He has the club's best interest at heart.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
but see,
100%.
Then again, it's the Sun, so fuck them. And anything they write seems to be a load of garbage anyway.
Just fucking horseshit.
Poor old Johnny Depp. That'll ruin his career.
Yeah, but sure, he lost that the Pirates of the Caribbean. That was a big money maker.
She took a dump on his bed or something, didn't she?
I was sent. I was like on WhatsApp and on Facebook Messenger. I was sent some like photos and videos and not videos. Sorry, kind of like what looked like screenshots of text messages and stuff like that. And I'm just looking and going, this like he had a drug problem and stuff like that, but. From like obviously I don't know the whole story, right? This is just kind of bits and bobs from what I read, but past girlfriends of Johnny Depp basically from what I read have never had any sort of complaint with him in that regard. Yeah, in terms of being hands on, hitting them or whatever, you know. But
you see, this boils back to your man Hardy as well.
Yeah,
you don't know what way the girl was pressing his buttons.
Yeah.
And no man should ever raise a hand to a woman.
Ever.
I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying.
Now don't get me twisted, right? No man, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Darren, but in the same token, if a woman is physically going to attack me, and I've voiced this many times on Facebook, she'll get fair warning.
Then she get a stiff jab.
She'll get fair warning, and if she keeps coming at me like a crazy bitch, she's getting dropped.
Do the calf out.
No, not even just trying to be funny, like, you know what I mean? But just, I'm serious.
Yeah.
She'll get fair warning, and she's still coming at me. I'm sorry, but she's gonna be eating soup for a good while.
Dig the words.
Yeah. But at the same token is that, right? But at the same token, I don't condone men pushing women around and being fucking bullies and abusing them.
No, it's wrong. It's completely wrong, and it's happening more and more since this lockdown as well. That women are being, and men. It's not just women.
It's not one sided. Yeah. It's
like as I was saying, since the lockdown, there's a lot more of domestic abuse going on.
The numbers are higher from what I read.
Seriously high. Like,
yeah.
And that's because people are in that company. like that don't get on, and they shouldn't be in each other's company that long because that's how we used to work, and now they probably have no jobs and they're stressed at this. Doesn't give them a right to
Doesn't justify it, no way.
doesn't give them a right to go and be hitting people, because I tell you, if somebody laid a hand on my daughter, it'd be the last thing they'll ever do. Because I was brought up not to raise my hand to a woman, and I never would raise my hand to a woman. Unless she was digging the head on me. Like, you know, little
She'd be told to stop. Stop that.
One of those, like, you know.
Would you like your jaw word?
No, do you know what, I say that,
No,
but
no.
I probably actually wouldn't.
I know we say it, but we don't know what we do in
Yeah,
that situation, honestly.
I don't think I'd have her in me to actually...
If anything, she'd probably be getting very severely restrained.
Yeah, choke her out. Like, no.
BJJ shit.
Choke her out. I just said that for a reaction.
Fucking Helio Gracie's young now here giving the loads now.
No, I don't agree with it. But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
no.
it's the world we live in, and it's happening.
Yeah, but see, there is, again, as you said, there's men out there that manipulate women, and there's women out there who manipulate men and push their buttons and stuff, you know, and then nearly doing a flip on the ground and playing the victim, like. They play the victim that much that they should have their own stick of chalk for the crime scene.
But that's it though, and that's why people, and even online, people are too quick to judge people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of it. I've done
I'm
it.
guilty of it too. I don't know with Hardy. What's his first name?
Greg
again?
Hardy. Greg Hardy. Yeah, Greg Hardy.
I don't know with him. I judged him too quick.
I was jumping on the bandwagon.
But see, when you correct it, it's all right. But that's the thing. Fans are too quick to jump and judge him. Just be. At the end of the day, he's still a human.
He's still a human.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Exactly.
So what would they, if the fans who are giving him grief when they're out on the weekend being drunk and all and being a creepy creeper? How would they?
Starty Mots.
How would they feel if somebody kept reminding them of that?
Exactly. Yeah, it'd be horrible.
Yeah,
it'd be horrible.
Come here. First things first, he needs to work on his cardio.
I'd never seen him fight,
Yeah,
but
I
obviously you
watched
know.
his fight, and now I know he has asthma and stuff.
That'd be a factor.
He actually missed weight at heavyweight.
Sorry.
Yeah, he in his last fight he missed weight at heavyweight.
He missed weight at heavyweight. What was he over by?
I
Can you remember? Because I know the max is 265. So.
Yeah, but he was obviously over that, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
exactly.
he was an NFL player, wasn't he? Yeah.
Oh, but he bashed your man though. Your man. I think what's his name? Something Brown, is it? He's a heavyweight.
It's not Matt Brown
anyway. Bob Green or something.
Bob Green.
I think I could be wrong. I can't remember his name.
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm only off night. I'm only doing nights, so it's
yeah. Although I also like to point out as well, Darren the fucking trooper that he is. He's going after we're finished this. He's going to work. He's going to work, like, you know what I mean. So this is the dedication to the podcast. So I hope everyone out there will show your love for Darren and give him. Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
But anyway, I think Greg Hardy, I don't think he's as bad as what people are making him out to be.
No. But
he needs to fight someone in the top 10.
Yeah, to kind of establish himself really.
He's actually fighting on tonight actually.
I think there's been fights nearly, like, other than the bigger events, but the past couple of weeks there's been fights on nearly every weekend.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. It's great, it is.
And I'd say Dana is making serious money off that as well.
Yeah, I mean it was him and Vince McMahon who basically kept shit going during lockdown.
Yeah, but Vince McMahon done this stupid way with those stupid things,
what?
screens with them faces.
The WWE Thunderdome.
Yeah, those people.
It's like, do you remember that game?
They
Guess
look
how?
like you're on the Michaels bus.
Darren Dane. Stop
No,
that.
no, it's not.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's it.
But what was I even saying that
sorry, I got you off guard.
You really did, yeah, 'cause I was about to say something there.
Yeah, about the stupid screen with the
face. Like, do you remember that game, Guess Who?
That's what it's like, isn't it?
Guess Who? Yeah. Remember Guess Who?
But they all look like they do. They do. Like it's you know what I mean.
Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Do they have to pay for that?
What?
Do they have to pay to
They
get?
have to register.
Oh right.
So you'd have to pay for it. It's like buying a ticket, but it can only be a certain amount.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You wouldn't make much off that though, would you?
You'd be surprised.
Probably fit more people in there.
You
probably fit more people in the arena.
Now, see, I know they have people that work there, you know, like that are in NXT or they're like trainees that are there as well.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? So there's still a bit of an atmosphere, but it's still kind of a bit manufactured still, because even though the trainees are obviously wrestling fans themselves, it's really like they're only doing it because they know they have to.
Yeah,
cheer
yeah.
and boo
I see.
and get the chants going and
I was
stuff.
flicking through the channels. They have
Yeah, yeah.
those plastic shields up around the.
Now they do, yeah.
So why can't they cut the social? Like say if they say Crow Park is 80,000.
Yeah.
Say if they went and done it, and so, like say Dallas Stadium. What's that?
Yeah.
That's over 80,000, isn't it? It's a lot.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Yeah. So say if they half the capacity
Yeah.
and social distance,
At
they could have fans
50%.
in.
There's talk of funny. Thanks for bringing that up. Actually, I was watching one of the wrestling YouTube channels, wherever they were actually talking about in I think for the Rumble in January. They're talking about getting like half capacity,
Yeah, that's.
but social distance,
I read a thing that
something like that. Yeah.
in Germany they're doing a what you call now? What you call that? My mind's to go blank.
How that happens?
Yeah, my mind's to go blank.
It's all about
yeah,
the
in Germany they're
theater.
doing an experiment.
Experiment. Oh,
Yeah, so they're doing a concert. They're doing concerts. I think they're doing it with fans,
Right.
and to see how many people will catch the coronavirus. You sign up to it, obviously.
Oh, so that they're aware.
Yeah, and then you do it with half of the fans with social distancing.
Right. So they're gonna do 'em with full attendance.
No, it's just an experiment. They're just trying to see what way it works.
Right.
See if they can get away with doing it with full capacity, which I highly doubt.
You won't get away with that
No.
full capacity.
And then they're going to shorten it down to the half capacity and see what way that works.
50% of
With social distancing.
So if it's 80,000, it'll be 40.
Yeah, I've seen this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good idea because you need to get some sort of atmosphere. Right?
What's that? The herd immunity or something? Is there?
Yeah, well that's never going to happen. The antibodies only stay in your system for 6 months.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Oh, come here.
that's never going to happen.
I'm not a scientist anyway, so.
Either am I.
Yeah.
But like any normal person knows that nowadays you can't be too close and breathing down people's neck
Well, come here. Listen, I've been socially distanced before I was fucking in fashion.
before it's a trend.
Before I was a fucking trend, and I always had a philosophy: if I can jab you in the head, you're too fucking near to me.
Yeah, but
It's true though. I have long arms. I'm just putting it out there, so I'll his jab in the head and all.
But that's what like that's never gonna work. And I
Nah,
think
it's
this
not.
is what the government are looking at. They're trying to get everyone to catch it. And
Yeah.
they want the moral of the story is they want our pensions. That's what they want. Well, not really ours. I'm the younger category, but
The younger category.
I mean the old.
I'm only
ones.
11 years older than you, Darren.
Yeah, still in the younger category. I can still get away with saying it.
And we move on there, Darren. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, Coach Fernand Lopez details total collapse of relationship with Francis Ngannou. Now Darren sent me this. What night was it? Two nights ago.
Yeah, 2 nights.
Nights ago, and I always liked Francis Ngannou. I always thought he was very mild mannered, and you know his background, you know, coming from basically nothing, poverty, and his coach, Coach Fernand Lopez, you know, basically took him from the gutter to fucking glory, and then how does he repay him? By dropping him like a bad habit.
Yeah, because he wasn't a yes person, basically. That's what it was. He wasn't
Because he got to because what happened to Francis Ngannou got to the big time, and basically dropped him.
Yeah, because because he wanted to do striking, and his coach wanted him to do 90% of wrestling and 10% striking because he already has to strike.
Because he already has the strike, and he wants him to work on his weaknesses, which would be the ground game.
And look what happened to him.
Rest me fucking case.
But I feel sorry for you, man. Now I know there's 3 sides to every story.
Of course.
But if you remember around that same time, Dana White did say his head is that big he couldn't fit in the room.
So there's obviously some truth. There's definitely some truth to it. But
his
it sounds
ego. And I was never really a big fan of him anyway. So this proves to me why I wasn't a big fan of him.
it was almost like he was too sweet to behold.
Yeah, and,
but that wouldn't melt.
I wouldn't. I won't watch his fights again. I have no interest in watching his fights because I don't like people who turn their back on people. Like
Nah, that's wrong.
Loyalty, you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
No.
Especially somebody who helps you, and when you were homeless, who helped you and let you be in their gym.
I mean, he came from nothing.
If he didn't let him be in the gym, he was homeless. How could he pay? How could he pay him?
Because he couldn't pay him.
Like how could he pay him? Like when he was homeless, how could he pay him to attend the gym?
Exactly. Because he'd nothing.
He had nothing, and he let him into the gym. So
Exactly.
This is what it boils down to, and it just shows you he's not.
He's a dirty tongue cow.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You don't do that. Like where I come from, I'm all about loyalty, and Darren is the same. Like, you know what I mean?
You don't. It's
I'm all about
wrong. You don't turn your back on people that are good to you.
You know what I mean? He was very good to him, like, you know, and you can see now your man Lopez, Fernand Lopez. Obviously, when I seen it first, I was like, I'm a bit skeptical because no, I'll be honest with you, I was a bit skeptical. I was like, is he just bad mountain because he just fucking, you know,
Yeah.
Because his nose has been put out of joint. Obviously, that was my first impression, but then I actually went and I listened, and you can
see how passionate he is about
yeah,
it.
man, Fernand,
Yeah.
very, very passionate. And as I said about the Greg Hardy thing, he either is a great fucking actor or he was fucking genuine.
Yeah, I know.
Same thing. No, of course,
Yeah.
no, obviously. You know, I'm just. His passion was really into it, like, you know what I mean, when he was talking about it. And he's like, listen, I know people are going to say, oh, he's jealous and blah, 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 but I tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. And that YouTube channel that got that was
Bash MMA.
Bash MMA, it's two Irish lads.
Yeah.
That was a big scoop for them.
Yeah, Jesus.
Big
I
scoop.
was surprised when I seen it was them. I was like, because I never heard of them before. I was like,
Yeah,
Bash
yeah,
MMA,
yeah. Never
what
heard
the
them
fuck?
either.
Because I thought, yeah, man, fucking Ariel Hawani. I thought he
One of the bigger ones,
he
yeah,
would have
exactly.
got that straight away. I wonder why he didn't get that.
I thought it was the Mac Life, because I
No.
heard the Irish lads.
Yeah, no.
No.
I thought that as well, and then I went and checked the channel. I was like, that's not the Mac Life.
Yeah, because you said it to me
because it's a
afterwards.
green logo, I think, as well.
I think the
that's
green
probably
logo,
what-
the Irish accents, I just presumed it was the Mac Life lads, but no, that Bash MMA, is it?
Yeah, Bash MMA.
Bash
Fair
MMA,
play,
yeah.
700 subscribers.
Happy days.
And they're getting a video like that, you know, like
That's a big scoop.
Yeah, and fair
Big
play.
scoop.
I'd say a man probably gave him the interview though. I'd say
I did, yeah.
fair play to him, but I think he has a few fighters.
Fernand, he
I
does,
think he
yeah.
has a few in the UFC or some that are on the way to the UFC.
Because the lads were giving him his props, like, you know what I mean? So, no, because I think, yeah, it sounded like, I don't want to say that he was all like, woe is me, but he didn't see himself in such high regard that he should have been, but
Yeah.
the lads were really giving him his props and fair fucking play to them, like, you know what I mean? So, no, you're a name, like, you know what I mean? As well, you've produced great fighters.
He look, if you think about it, until Francis Ngannou started to be a fucking idiot, he was unbeaten.
Yeah.
He got beaten by Steve Bay because he wouldn't listen to his coach.
Exactly.
And your man said, he has it because he writes them, he prints them out, his game plans.
Oh, yeah.
So he said he has proof of his game plan.
The proof, and he told them the game plan to stick to, you know, for the training and whatever, and he just wasn't listening to him.
Yeah. So
He wasn't listening to him.
And I'll never bother with his fights again.
No.
Come here, he has money now. Let him go to boxing and do what he wants to get boxed around in boxing.
What was the one I was saying before? He was doing so much, your man, Ryan Garcia. You know your man, Ryan Garcia?
Taking body shots of him.
Something like that, yeah, or something like, whatever.
Yeah.
I actually, speaking of Ryan Garcia, sorry just to go off track for a second there. I can't remember when it was, he was fighting some fellow. It was probably one of his most recent fights. It was his 11th fight anyway. It was 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's good.
First round.
He's good, yeah.
He's too pretty for boxing though.
Extremely fast though.
Come here, I had to know. I'm not gonna lie. Like the first round, I'm watching ding ding. Oh, he's on the deck. Like it was that far. I had to go back and just rewind it and slow it down.
Yeah.
It was like your man went to throw an overhand where he just slightly boop.
Yeah,
down the pipe.
he is good.
So fast.
I would like to
Fuck
see.
me.
I don't know. I don't think they're in the same weight class.
Who?
Him and Lopez.
No, I think Lopez is heavier.
Yeah, but I'm sure he could move up Garcia. I'm sure he's cutting him
He's
up away.
still young.
Yeah.
He's still young.
Well, he's only 20 something, isn't he?
He's very. Come here.
Oh, he
he
might be
looks
20.
about 12.
Yeah, he's good though.
Yeah.
He is good.
Do you remember man Marco Antonio Barrera?
That name rings a bell, alright.
He beat Prince Nassim.
I do know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
this is back in the 90s now. He was called the baby-faced assassin. And I'm looking and I was like, now we have a new baby-faced assassin and his name is Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, he's really good looking.
He's super good looking. And he has some lethal fucking
Goes
fast
into
hands on.
blokes and all, I'd be like, alright, Ryan.
Come here, listen, if I was gay, he'd be a twink.
You break his hip, is it?
Yeah. I'll break his poor little hip out, Ryan Garcia. I'm just saying, like, you know, he's a good looking, very handsome young man.
Gorgeous. I'd say he moisturises all the time. I'd say he does,
I have some man-made moisturiser for it. Oh no.
Spoiler man.
Too far. Hello, gay boy. We move on there. Yeah, that got very dark. So yeah, the whole Deontay Wilder controversy. Fucking what was the one? Bob Arum. Bob Arum lays into Deontay Wilder's disgraceful video and compares him to Donald Trump. That's very accurate. That's very accurate indeed.
Yeah,
Like a spoiled child.
I don't like it. I think it's. I don't even know. It annoyed me that much. I was actually really annoyed when I was saying it because it was like you're trying to take somebody's hard work away from them
You fucking
because
clown.
you didn't get what you wanted. You didn't beat him. Do you know what I mean?
His ring walk here excuse didn't work, so he's clutching at straws now.
But that's irrelevant because didn't he just on the Joe Rogan before the fight? Didn't he say that he trains with a 40-pound weight vest on him?
It was a 45 pound.
40,
It was
sorry,
actually
44.
the weight vest was supposedly 5 pound heavier than his ring walk here.
So what does that tell you?
He's a fucking gobshite.
And he had a weight in his glove with an egg shaped weight, and that's why he got the lump.
I watched the video with Ricky Hatton addressing that last night because obviously Ricky was in his corner at the time, and obviously Fury style. He has that kind of. He doesn't do the kind of the traditional jabs, like throwing jabs with the weight behind it. He flicks, so his thing is loose. And the lads had to pull up the gloves up in between rounds. Pull up my gloves, hit man. You know what I mean?
But
that's what Tyson be saying to him.
But you see, the thing is, anyone knows after a certain amount of time, then the tape will come loose.
Yeah, because
from
of wet.
flicking it.
I mean,
and sweat.
There's one thing I know from my wrestling days when I'd be putting wrist tape on. At the end of the match, you can nearly just fucking pull it off you, and like obviously I'd hairy arms, and I'd be just putting it on over it. But I wouldn't do it too tight. But during the match, the match with sweat and you're working in the ring, working hard. It does become loose.
Yeah, of course.
So put a boxing glove on top of that with your whole hand wrapped.
Sweaty hands.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be worse again. So yeah, I get that.
I wonder who's advising him. That's what I want to know. Who's his advisor, because they should have said to him,
surrounded by yes men.
Don't do that.
Your man Mark Breland was probably the only one that said no to him or whatever it was.
But he's the only one in his corner that actually knows he's boxing.
That he's a natural boxing fucking trainer.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's an embarrassment of boxing.
Big time.
And that's just it.
Go on.
And I don't think you should fight again.
No.
Just stay at home.
I have zero desire to watch him quote unquote fight. I mean, if you think about it, right, he fought your man anyone of note, Dominic Brazil, who Joshua demolished.
Yeah.
Right, and then your man not Tito Ortiz, he's that other gaucho.
MMA.
Your man King Kong Ortiz. He was about 140 years old.
Here's one for you.
You know what I mean?
He had high blood pressure before the first fight.
In that first fight, he was.
And he still gave it to him.
What's that? You know what I mean? Now, I guarantee you, if Wilder, well, obviously wouldn't because he's a lot fucking younger than your man Ortiz, but just say for hypothetically speaking, if Wilder in his prime, fights Ortiz in his prime, Ortiz.
He's steamrolling.
Has his number every single fucking time.
Yeah, definitely. I like Ortiz.
As I've said on Facebook and as I've said on social media, Instagram, on the Smell Me Helmet podcast, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Cheap plug. I've said he's a disgrace to boxing. I wouldn't call him a boxer. He's a fighter with one good punch, who was in the right place at the right time with the right people.
Yeah.
And he should take his fucking whatever money he has and fuck off. Because I have zero desire to fucking watch him fight. Absolute clown.
He is, and that's what, like, people need to realise he had 30 something or maybe nearly 40 before he fought Tyson. But who did he actually fight on his record? That you can say, oh well, he fought this
no,
person.
I mean, other than the two I mentioned, nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody's.
So this is what it all boils down to, and he only started boxing in like 2012. Oh no, 2011 to 12.
Yeah. So anyway, you were saying there, sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on what you're saying. So like, he does have a load of yes men in his corner.
Yeah, you know the yes man. Yeah, indeed.
And I think he only started boxing in 2000. I think it's 2012 or 2011.
He was a late starter in amateur boxing. Yeah.
Because fair play to him, he started because his daughter had spina bifida.
Spina bifida there, yeah.
I think it was that.
Spina bifida, because I know your man Ortiz's daughter had I don't know if it's his daughter, but he had a child, I think, that has that as well.
And that's what made him get into boxing.
Yeah.
But he stayed quiet for so long, and then he releases that ridiculous video.
Stupid.
With it was like a church video or something.
But see, he's all Alabama, so like... No, not that I'm justifying but they're all gospel churches and fucking hallelujah Jesus and
I know, but like
all that mad stuff.
He shouldn't be trying to darken someone's name like that.
And that's exactly what, because like you do realise when you're making accusations like that, without evidence, that's called slander and defamation of character. So you'd want to be very, very careful of what accusations he's throwing out there.
Yeah, but he has no proof. And anyone that knows boxing knows that there's somebody there. And even if you have to take a dump, they come and watch you taking your dump.
Exactly. Everything is, watched over,
and that's what I'm saying. How could you get away with that?
It's just it's come here, listen. He's a sore fucking loser.
Yeah, he's never gonna get his rematch by doing that.
No.
Sure, he didn't even do the rematch. He didn't activate the rematch clause.
No, but you have a certain time frame.
The time frame
Had passed. Transpired.
The
so
time frame is up.
But as well, I was watching a thing there as well. Teddy Atlas, not Tony Atlas.
Tony, yeah.
The last episode I was like Tony Atlas. I was listening back. I was like, you fucking dope, man. Why?
It can happen.
That's why I put it in the description. But it was like, it's like, your man Tony Atlas there. Tyson's trying. No, he wasn't Tyson. No, Teddy Atlas was Teddy Atlas was talking about it, and he basically said what we said, but in a very elaborate terms, because he has so much boxing experience and history and that type of thing. But I just want to touch on it real quick. Tony Atlas, right, was actually a former WWF wrestler back in the 80s, yeah. Right? But here's one for you. Tony Atlas was one half of the first African American tag team champions with Solomon Rocky Johnson.
Dwayne.
The Rock star,
yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So there's a little connection there between The Rock and Tony Atlas, not Teddy Atlas. But we move on there, will we?
Yeah, the moral of the story about Wilder is he's at the ruin in his career.
He's just with that stupid
that video, and whoever is telling him to do this is ridiculous.
It's fucking. They should be advising him properly and not fucking saying yes to him.
Do you know what's very annoying though? He has a good promoter behind him.
Yeah.
Look, he has a good promoter behind him, and he's going out saying this. Now, if he's gonna come back and fight, give him Dylan White.
Yeah.
The winner of that Povetkin fight is actually.
Or here's one for. I'm sorry for coming out. Here's one for. Have him fight Shannon the Cannon.
He could do that. He'd beat Shannon. I do think he'd beat Shannon the Cannon.
Shannon the Cannon's looking good though. Do you not see? Remember that video we were looking at?
But I don't think he'd be. Look, I think he'd steamroll him.
Yeah.
I do, and I like Shannon the Cannon, and I do think.
I
want to see him. I want to see him fight. There's three people.
So, well, come here. If he steamroll, he's not going to steamroll him. But if he does beat him, it's not going to be an easy win for him.
Well, this Shannon the Cannon though, he's 43.
He's old enough anyway. He's old enough.
Late 40s probably.
I don't know how old he is. He's old enough anyway. But I think now again, I'm not looking past Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Right. So, but. And to put there, because anything can happen, in the ring on any given night. But if it's a case of Tyson does beat Roy Jones Jr., the next possible fight after that, obviously all for charity. Him and Shannon the Cannon, two Brooklyn lads.
Or because Shannon the Cannon wants to be in the rankings, or there could be a proper fight where it's not for charity and it's a proper boxing match.
But Tyson only said he wants to do it for charity though. So I'd say that will be part of if negotiations.
Yeah. That
a certain percentage of purses should go towards whatever charity he chooses.
Or let Tyson fight Wilder. No, Wilder was talking smack about Tyson.
I'd have a wank looking at that. I would have a fucking wank looking at that.
I do think Tyson would kill him.
100%.
Yeah. Like,
doesn't stand a chance.
Like, I want to say, there's three people I'd like to see him fight. As I said, Dylan White would be one of them, but I know that Povetkin fight is called off now because Povetkin
he tested positive for COVID. Yeah.
So why doesn't Deontay step in?
Or actually, they're looking for. There's a possible. What's his name? Dylan White and Chisora again. The third fight. I mean, if that is the case, and I actually mentioned that on the Instagram and the Facebook page, that it would be the biggest turnaround, the shortest turnaround between fights.
I'd like to say that. I love the elbow.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and them two, they talk a lot of smack as well, so it'd be good for the viewers.
But speaking of the elbow, what do you think of the fight?
I thought
Usyk.
I'm a Del Boy fan, so I thought he won.
It was close.
I thought he won.
It was a close fight.
I think who had the middle of the ring most of it? Who was running for most of the fight?
Oh well, it was Usyk was running for it. Yeah. But he's not going to stand toe to toe with Derek.
Usyk landed the cleaner punches, alright.
Yeah.
And that's probably what won him the fight. But I do believe Del Boy won. Maybe that's just because I'm a fan.
It's perception, I think.
Yeah.
It's all about kind of how you see it.
I do believe that he should have won that.
Yeah, it was definitely a close fight.
Usyk's not going to last with Fury or AJ.
Fighting
He
like
wouldn't
that,
even
no.
last with Dylan White.
No.
And in my eyes, Dylan White is a great boxer, but I believe that Fury and AJ is a step above him.
It's as we said before, and we've said loads of times, it's levels.
He's like the Frank Bruno of this day and age.
Yeah.
And I love Frank Bruno. And
Yeah.
and
No, I get the
do you know,
comparisons. Yeah.
Like that's the way I look at it. But I do like Dylan White. I do think he's a great boxer, and I do think he's really good. Like he actually had an MMA fight as well.
I actually only found that out a few months ago. Actually, I was like, no way, he was in MMA.
I think he done kickboxing too.
He did do kickboxing. I think it was. He started off in kickboxing. Then I think he actually did he did kickboxing as a pro.
Yeah.
But then I think it was then he had some amateur boxing fights, and obviously he fought Joshua.
And he beat Joshua.
And he beat Joshua in the amateurs. But then he had one match, MMA match.
Yeah, I was saying that.
Yeah.
He wasn't too bad.
But then I think he was decent enough. But obviously his hands.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was he did kickboxing though.
Yeah.
I was very surprised that I was like, jeez, he can kick. You know what I mean?
I think he should go into MMA, give it a bash.
I mean he has a bit of a base there, so I mean I don't know why not just work on his grappling game.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean he probably just prefers boxing though.
That's probably why he
just does boxing,
because he prefers it.
But I think it's good. There used to be a fella years ago. He was kickboxer in the 90s called Pele Reid, and same thing. He boxed as a heavyweight, but he never got too far. But he was a champion at kickboxing though. He obviously just had better kicks than punches.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Obviously that was the case there. But Dillian White is obviously better with the hands because obviously boxing is his main sport. So
no, he is really good, as I said.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for saying he's like Frank Bruno because I love Frank Bruno.
Yeah,
like when I was younger, I read his book and I do like Frank Bruno, about how he suffered with depression, and a lot of boxers do suffer with depression.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is it to do with being hit in the head that they're suffering from depression?
Well,
now I know anybody can suffer with depression and it can just come on you.
No, but
it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It does, because, and I tell you what, just to kind of briefly go off, obviously you remember kind of me in the wrestling talking about Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. You remember the old kind of tapes and stuff. You remember those chair shots and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know half of that roster that was around then? Some of them are dead, and some of them killed themselves due to depression because of brain injuries.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Shit.
And then obviously with the whole thing with Benoit and whatever. But you know what we'll do? We'll actually talk about that in episode 9 because we're actually coming to the end of this now. But just that's what I'm saying. It's brain. It all boils back down to kind of brain injuries and CTE and stuff like that.
Benoit had a rough though, didn't he? No, I know what he done was wrong.
It was wrong. You can't justify it, Darren. But again, we'll talk about the next one because this is too long.
Deep.
You'll go. Just I don't want to go into it now. But
I want to see Wilder fight Dylan White or Dylan White, Andy Ruiz Jr.
The fight with Andy Ruiz.
That's another
that
one.
makes sense.
Another say Yaman Dubois.
The way, Daniel Dubois.
The winner of Joyce and Dubois.
That makes sense.
Go and fight Wilder.
Because and about Wilder, right, listen, he let the rematch clause, the time frame, he let the time transpire, expire or whatever. So listen, the only thing he can do now, listen, you're gonna have to work away.
He's gonna have to. He has no choice.
You have to work away now, like everyone fucking else does. You had your chance.
If
do you know what? If he's a fucking man, he will.
But a defeat,
if he's a man, he will.
Makes it or breaks it, and it looks like it's breaking.
He's a broken fucking man. He's fucking fucking making excuses now. Yeah. Anyone that makes excuses in my book is a fucking clown.
Do you know what happened there, right? Fury, I love Fury. I wasn't always a big fan of Fury.
Neither was I.
But I love him now. And he in the first fight he was keeping his distance, jabbing the head off him and moving around.
He was playing the safer game.
And then when he was knocked down, and he realised that when he was knocked down, and the first knock, there was 2 knockdowns, wasn't there?
Yeah, but there was that not in the 12th, was it?
I think there was a first knockdown, then the second one where he nearly got where he was.
Oh, when he sat up like the Undertaker.
Yeah. That was the 12th. But what I was saying is, I don't know if it was the first one or the second one where he was knocked down. I think it might have been the first one where he was knocked down, and then he realised he has to go for the fight now, and he went and pressured him.
Oh no! See what happened there was right when he came up and when he got up like the Undertaker. And he won the rest around, but he won the rest around because he brought the fight to Wilder, and that's when the light bulb went,
That's what I was going to say. So
and that's why for the second fight, for the 7 rounds, he took the fight to him, and it was stopped. because he was getting budgered.
What was the story with Wilder? He tried to scratch the flesh out of my ears. I was like, what are you on about?
The flesh out of your ears, what?
If he was wearing MMA gloves, I'd understand.
But he wasn't. Yeah, but how can you scratch one with a boxing glove?
I don't know. I don't know what he was saying.
Again,
He was saying the gloves had dents in it and stuff.
Come here, as I said about the Ricky Hatton, you know, description, that's he flicks out the jab, and there is time. It's just his style. Now people will turn around and say, oh, you're only taking off from him because you like him. Listen, fuck off. Stop that, right? And that's a big stop that there now. But yeah, it's his style, and yeah, there's times where he's not hitting him with the padded part of the glove.
Yeah.
But I mean, is there anywhere in the rules that say otherwise?
Well, you can't hit him with the end part here.
Yeah. I mean, he probably would have clipped him and stuff, and I think that's where the whole he had a stale leg. Yeah, because he probably caught him with the heel.
Yeah.
So
I know that's you're not allowed to.
You're not allowed. He needs a closed fist, so it's
arguable, but I don't think.
I think he's just clutching at straws.
Yeah, he is. I don't think Tyson would cheat like that. I'd be disappointed if he did do something like that.
Listen,
very disappointed.
He's a man of it. Listen, as Hatton said, he's a man of his word, and for as long as I've known him, he's an honourable man. He's a fighting man, and would never take any shortcuts.
He's a gypsy, for fuck's sake.
That's it. That was the point. He's a travelling man. That was the the thing he used.
He is like, and if anyone that knows him knows that they don't go back in their word. And if they say they're gonna do something, they'll do it. Yeah. Or if they say and
fight with fair play, like, you know what I mean.
That's it. Like, I think Wilder needs to kind of check himself. And
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
No, he does. He needs to sit down. He needs to regroup and sit down and look where he went wrong.
He needs to get rid of his fucking team and surround themselves by fucking proper people.
Well, yeah, that too. And he needs to not wear the ridiculous costume out to the ring. It's boxing.
It's excuses.
But it's boxing. Yeah. You don't. Why would you? Like, what happened to the robes? Why would you come out like that with a mask and all?
He's just trying to be all, look at me, I'm so intimidating. You're a clown.
Yeah, and his legs were jelly when he got to the ring.
With your clown outfit on you and all.
Yeah, no, come here, he's gone. He's finished. I hope he's finished.
I hope he's done anyway.
Cause no, not even that. I don't mean that in a bad way. Well, I do, but I don't. No, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like, the fan of me of Tyson is like, cheeky him. I hope he's done whatever, but I don't, because at the same time he has kids and a family to feed, so this is what he needs to do.
But he also needs to fucking check himself before he wrecks himself, which he is.
He's a sore loser,
and that's all he is, big baby. But come here, listen, we leave it there, don't we?
We will, yeah.
Yeah, we leave it there, yeah. Come here, listen, folks. It's been super emotional. So we're going to leave you. We're going to love you. We're going to say good night. God bless.
God is love. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
At the Smell Me Helmet podcast. Peace.